And, so the women's studies course existed, and bit by bit, what happened was that I introduced a course on women writers, and the history department introduced a course on women in history, and the English department on, there'd be a dribble of little courses like that. I would, in any case, in my if I did contemporary French literature, there would be women on it. But I did, because of their example, create a course on women writers. And I remember a boy walking in and discovering it was all about women and stomping out again, enraged at the very idea. It was fun, but then came the merger and the idea that we needed colleges, and so the people interested in women's studies, and particularly Greta and Christine, who said, well, we should have a women's studies college. So we all worked on that. There was and the people working on it included secretaries, teachers, some students, and some secretaries and people in administrative jobs and things like that. It was really quite broad. Now, what was interesting is that unlike the liberal arts college, for instance, which had its own program, the idea was that any college on women's studies wouldn't teach women's studies. We would provide an environment in which women could be women and talk about women things.
Interesting.
Not about men things, you understand. Okay. We all assumed that Christine would become the principal of the Institute. And up to almost the last minute, she was. And then she decided it was too much work. And she asked me if I would do it. And at first I refused because I said I'm too busy. But then she, so in the end I agreed, because I thought the issue was also that it had to be someone who was bilingual. You couldn't have the Simone de Beauvoir Institute with Anglophones running it, So I agreed. So I did, and that's how I became the principal of the Institute.